Here's another article in the Eugene Weekly. And it says child abuse doesn't stop during a global pandemic. Know what you can do to support kids. That is true. It doesn't. And I'm concerned about my children. There have been many news articles and published letters about the concern for undiscovered and increasing rates of child abuse and domestic violence during this period of social isolation. As directors of Kids First, Lane County's Children's Advocacy Center, we share these concerns. April was Child Abuse Prevention Month, but the need to protect children continues. Each one of us has a role to play. First, we must recognize that this unprecedented situation is, for many of us, traumatic. For those of us who have experienced profound losses in the past few weeks, want to try the past few years, we may find ourselves living in fight, flight, or freeze mode. You know, there's two other modes of that I discovered from taking an performance anxiety class taught by Melody Bell, who is a singer and a voice trainer. Anyways, there's also flock and fawn. So birds of a feather flock together. And if you lived in North Korea, or if you lived under a dictator, you would be fawning over your dictator and giving him lots of compliments because otherwise he could kill you. I know these things because I lived in fight, flight, or freeze mode with my first husband for 20 years. And then I learned to stick flock, keep my little flock of chicks close together, and then fawn until I discovered that he wasn't as nice as I thought. So I had to fly away and go to the U of O, where I learned about narcissism and parental alienation syndrome, and also how manipulative gaslighters work. And child abuse shows up in adults. Anyways, when we are experiencing this stress reaction, we do not have access to the higher functioning parts of our brain. Adults who have suffered trauma, abuse, or neglect in their childhoods can be even more susceptible to this. It's important to be aware of this so that we can help ourselves and others cope and find resilience. One of the greatest predictors of resilience in children is a caring adult who is consistently and lovingly in the child's life. If you were that person for a child, a student, neighbor, or grandchild, please find safe ways to stay connected to them. By doing so, you'll be contributing to their resilience, and if there is trouble at home, you may be the one they alert. Unfortunately for me, I'm erased out of my children's lives, so they're being taught that I'm the dangerous, scary parent, not the one that I ran away from. He's the safe parent, while I'm the dangerous, scary one, even though he kept me in a Stockholm Syndrome situation, terrified. So you can also check on and offer remote support to parents you know. Parents of young children, children with special needs, or those who are under stress due to unemployment or food insecurity, for example, may be struggling right now. Yeah, I was a parent of young children, and I was enjoying life with them and in recovery and going to school. And my kids had special needs. They were getting counseling, and I took them to chiropractors when they needed it, the doctors when they needed it, the dentist. As a struggling single mom, in and out of Lane County Courthouse, getting tossed under the Ken Kesey crazy bus. Okay, a check-in phone call can reduce feelings of being overwhelmed and give parents a chance to feel heard. If you have what you need to weather the storm, think creatively about what you can do to support families in your community. Dropping off diapers or a pizza to a family, or even just writing uplifting messages on your sidewalk with chalk can help reduce stress and increase positivity. Now more than ever, it takes a village. Taking part in these acts of kindness will help to increase your resiliency as well. If you do suspect that a child is in danger, please make a report. You don't have to prove that a child has been abused to make a report to the Oregon Child Abuse Hotline, ORCA. If you suspect that a child is unsafe, that is enough to make a report. So some people believed that my children were unsafe when I was renovating the house. And I do not believe my children were unsafe. They were acting in unsafe manners of running off into the dark, and my children were acting out, but I was pretty much staying calm and letting them act out and yell and scream at me and abuse me, because that's a family tradition. There are only a few times in human history the entire human race has faced their mortality at the same time. We will be forever changed by this global pandemic. Some changes will be life-altering and hard to bear, but we hope we can also find and cherish the positive changes. Likely, one of the most profound positive changes will be an increased awareness of the healing power of human connection and an understanding that we are all just a moment away from the ultimate leveler tragedy. So I'm a comedian who's been through a lot of tragedy. So tragedy births comedy. And I birthed 8 babies, and now I don't have access to them, and they don't want to have access to me because I went down on a banana with whipping cream and chocolate sauce for those who like butt sex in an adult comedy. And my children don't think that's very funny. They don't think anything I do is funny. Neither does my siblings. My siblings don't either. They don't like me, is the feeling I get. They like to yell at me, though, but they don't like me. And that hurts. That's a pisser. That pisses me off. But, no one ever comes by and says hi to me. None of my family members do. My children either don't want to or their daddy's teaching them not to want to. Their daddy doesn't like me. He used to. He used to say I was almost perfect. That's called the Madonna whore complex, where a narcissist will take a young, beautiful woman, put them up on a pedestal, and then just knock them down. And then cheat on them and call them names. And unfortunately, in my situation, I ended up trying to escape through alcohol. That doesn't work. Doesn't solve anything. It doesn't change the other person. Neither does antidepressants. That doesn't change the other person either. Nothing really changes the other person. No. Once they're that makes me kind of want to throw up a little bit. When I think about it, I kind of feel sick to my stomach. That I spent 20 years with someone who did not seem to appreciate me very much or honor me much. And it's too bad my name wasn't Amber and I wasn't younger and prettier. Yeah, you get old, just get replaced by younger, blonder, more gullible and more delusional models. That happens. It's good. It's all good. It's great. So, let's see what else. Oh yeah, I know there's a few judges that are running for circuit court judge. Rigmaiden and Zanacci and Carlson. There's no way in hell I'd vote for them because they're not very good judges of character and they don't really know what they're always doing. And Judge Clara Rigmaiden said that everybody cheats at Monopoly. So I read a book on how you do anything is how you do everything. And I don't even like Monopoly. I prefer Farmopoly. Look at all these anonymous groups. You got Al-Anon Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Codependents Anonymous, Debtors Anonymous, Emotions Anonymous, Marijuana Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Overeaters Anonymous, Emotions Anonymous? Emotions Anonymous? Hi, my name is Laura, and I feel. Isn't that normal to feel things? I thought it was normal to have emotions. Especially when you're going through a grieving process. Hi, my name is Laura, and I feel peaceful. quiet. Except for the TV. It's peaceful. Hi, my name is Laura, and I feel sad because it's so quiet. I miss my kids. But they're busy. Too busy for their mom. Hi, my name is Laura, and I feel angry because I was lied about by a lawyer in Lane County. Blatant lie, used hearsay as evidence, and it was accepted. But I have really good hearing, and I heard her tell another lawyer that they were going to go karaoke at a bar after work. So for some lawyers, ruining people's lives is just another day at work. I also heard that this particular lawyer isn't a very good cook. So she might not have that great of a reputation in town. I also heard she will dance for anybody with $1. Sounds like a stripper. Mm-hmm. But I can't help it because I'm glad I'm not her. She's ugly. Her spirit's ugly. Her spirit's really ugly. I saw that look on her face. She likes money. Ugh. Ugh. She likes money. And she suggested I donate blood. Like she wants blood money. Leech. Ugh. She's like a leech. Keep that leech away from me. Ugh. And there's no way I'm going to send her any blood money. But I did do a piece of blood art. I dropped a piece of blood on a piece of artwork and I made it look like her butthole. Because I like art. I'm an artist. When you give me material, I'll use it. What's happening? Not much.